Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacaster from your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda Hero of Psych, Defender of the Fatherland, off here to a 1 vs 1 on a favorable approach between the southeast. We got Caesar fighting here for the Third Union, Socialism, Comrade Stalin, and the first Guards Mechanized Corps versus the north. We got here VonAsten fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Rolling out here with the Grossdeutschland Panzerdivision, tasked with clearing out the Russian sea and securing this part of the front line for future operations. We got here Ostrom, Mobile Offense and Jaeger Infantry with double infantry machine guns versus Motor, Shock Army and Armored Assault Tactics with Molotovs, anti-tank grenades and impulsions there for Caesar. It's going for a conscript start here with a special rifle command build as well, likely indicating penal troopers and snipers, maybe in a scout car with VonAsten's more conservative standard Grenadier MG42 start. If it worked for your grandfather, it'll work for you, Ludwig. Now get to it. MD4 and the Pioneers, they try. Well, not MD4, not the Pioneers. Supporting the Pioneers, not the fucking bloody Pioneers there. But instead supporting them against the conscript, they go quickly suppress the Pioneers, pushing back nicely executed assault here by VonAsten, using the MD42 to support infantry. That is how you do it. The MD42, of course, was designed as, of course, an offensive support weapon. That's pretty much how the Germans operated entirely. And thus, even the heavy machine gun was basically made and sort of to set up to support infantry as they attacked. So that is the correct way. Then this was engineers here, though of course he might just run into issues by just sticking it there. We'll see what he does. Obviously Caesar's sniper there might make VonAsten consider another pushing. Meanwhile, who's pushing ahead here, taking advantage of the sniper start. I mean, he's probably going to figure it out soon enough because he's seeing very little else from Caesar at the moment. Of course, it might also be just VonAsten thinking, ha, my opponent's just shocked by my sheer awesome skills displayed here in the first 2 minutes of the game. He's just never going to, build anything else. He's obviously going to be sorely surprised if that turns out to be the case. That's the thinking, that is. They need to fall back. We got the sniper team moving up. They're so far yet to reel themselves. He might try and, of course, sneak in. That's sort of... they're about to wipe there, and they're going to do is need to retreat. Closer to death. Got another gun squad moving in. And we get a wipe hit in the first 2.5 minutes of the game. There, Caesar wipes one of VonAsten's grenadiers. That is quite harsh, and that will definitely offset whatever sort of momentum Caesar might have lost by going for the sniper. I mean, getting an idea wipe is big and painful too. Down the point here, though, slightly setting up a cord, and then he can sort of secure the territories afterwards. But right there, that's really going to set VonAsten back here. We'll have to see if we can sort of maintain cool, or sort of just try to get back from this state, but it's certainly going to put some serious pressure on him. There you go, going to do something. He can't afford such another Grenadier squad here in the first moments of the game. That would be GG right on the bloody spot. He's forced to cancel his take-up because he just hasn't enough presence on the field, I think. At least that's probably what he's thinking, and that's certainly an assessment I can agree with. There we go, got another Grenadier squad there for VonAsten. And there you go, Caesar realizing again VonAsten's got not enough forces. He's positioned to defend around the fuel point, but there's nothing here. He rushes for the cuff point and digs in with sandbags very rapidly, forcing VonAsten to launch a hurried counterattack before he can actually finish the sandbag, because otherwise VonAsten's going to be in some really big trouble. And now we got the sniper here trying to deal with the MD42 as well. But there you go, country there trying to harass, run into the MD42's arc of fire, and are stopped rapidly by the snipers doing what they can there. So right there, nasty play there by Caesar, nasty play, just taking advantage of the initial momentum gained by that first wipe to just really push against VonAsten, force him to the defensive, and maybe force him to make some really rash, hurried movements that could result in mistakes. It's a very nasty play here. Otherwise, just going for conscripts, no sign of maybe some additional penal troopers, some Strafniki. Conscript shouting forwards there. Grenadier squad number 2 does not stop up here to sort of try and assist. Instead, might be heading towards the southern fuel point to deny that. Third Grenadier squad then moving out for VonAsten, having finally secured the cuff point back for Deutschland. VonAsten meanwhile is taking up there. As for Caesar, nothing further happening except he was just bleeding out the fascists. 7 kills, 1 sniper there in the early game. Very hefty start there. And there you go, he's going to try and hit the fuel pump. He's going to try and slow down Caesar's take as much as possible. If he can't hit the, any sort of decent early start there due to the getting a wipe, he might at least try and slow down Caesar from taking up too fast. But there you go, nice attempt at trying to flank the snipers pushing away. Can't quite land a wipe there, obviously, but even then forcing them back there for a brief while is going to buy him some time. Though there's still the issue there with the MG42. Again, it feels a bit too passive, though. Of course, the problem with the roaming sniper is it actually makes it more difficult to use machine gun aggressively anyway, so It's a bit tricky, of course, what VonAsten should be doing with it, but I'd say not stuff it inside a house where if the sniper wipes it, he's not going to be able to reclaim the machine gun at all. But that's just me. And my opinion here. Gonna do is they're getting ready, take up done, like to make a nice company over there for VonAsten. Southern fuel points secured. I mean, he's got now 2 fuel points over Caesar's none. And there we go, you can see the machine gun every positioning. Good move there. Hunting the engineers might have a chance. That's still a bit risky, but better than just being a target for the sniper, to be honest. Skirmishing here and there, fighting onwards against the Bolsheviks. And Caesar just keeps pressuring here. Done really successful to defend the cuff bump. That's about it. Like to make a nice company up. Going for the 250 on half track. Right here could probably be set up for a flame for a half track. Currently, it's a better counter to snipers than the 222, which is technically supposed to be a counter to it, but doesn't really wait for it. Manning the entrance there. Dimitri, did you bring the welcome mat? Oh, нет, I did not. Oh, you idiot. It works best with welcome mats. Shootout there in the south. Big counter-attack here from VonAsten. 250 and half track out there. And Flampanzerwagen, yeah, pretty much what he's going for. I mean, that was pretty much to be anticipated. Opponent's infantry, opponent's sniper, and the flame for half track is just one of the better counters to the sniper right now. Plus, I mean, it's pretty good versus infantry as well. And particularly, the opponent tries to dig in, the Flampanzerwagen does it all. Ralph grenade against the conscripts, flying through the skies, landing a decent hit. And before setting up again, Flampanzerwagen waiting repairs. And meanwhile, can of course just reinforce his frontline troops, having a bit of utility there for VonAsten and the Grossdeutschland. Guns being sniped at. Note that flame for half track is actually organised into, I believe, the battalion headquarters of a unit, so that there would be usually a small platoon's worth of them supporting the unit, then consider attached wherever needed. Fun fact there. I believe usually about 3, maybe less, maybe more. Can't quite remember. Hang on, cat break. Cat wants to get in. There's Rasputin, you fuzz little fluff ball. Ah. It's starting to rain. The cat does not like rain. Now you're hunting the sniper there with a flamethrower. The nightmare of any sniper. A large self-propelled vehicle spewing flames. Granted, I think that's a nightmare of a lot of people. Oh boys, I had that dream again. What dream? The dream where the fascists came at me with a large self-propelled vehicle with double flamethrowers. I can never sleep again after that nightmare. Don't worry, we all have it. We all have it. Oh, securing territory there. And the flamethrower vehicle is just really putting some pressure on Caesar, and is allowing again VonAsten to be more aggressive, more assertive, and he's going for a 2-2 support. Probably in this case, there's a T-70. I mean, he can't stop a T-70 on its own, but he can force a T-70 to be a bit more careful. We got a system in there. So actually forcing here Caesar to take sort of in another direction rather than just straight upwards to probably counter the flame for half track there. In this case, thusly, the flame for half track ends up being a really solid choice for VonAsten. Not just because, hey, it can counter the sniper, it can counter infantry, but also because it actually forces Caesar to delay taking upwards for vehicles, which actually threaten VonAsten. So that's really just, you know, twice the value of a single unit there. Twice the value. Outstanding work there by VonAsten. To the Grenadier supporting with the conscripts there. Auto cannon laying down, heavy firecracker machine gun laying it down as well there against the Bolsheviks. Grabbing the fuel point here with the Pioneer, lying down a lot of barbed wire, creating a bit of a mishmash of it. Over here, bunker up for VonAsten. It's going to be a medic bunker. We got the 2-2. Oh, flamethrower going with the field gun, catching the subs a bit there as well with a bit of righteous fire. And the field gun crew getting some very heavy 3rd-degree burns. Plus 52 there on the flamethrower tech already. Only really done 3 kills, which of course is only nasty, but nothing big. Again, the damage, basically the biggest, is just how it forces Caesar to play around it, and again, delayed his tech. And against those choices there as well can actually be quite impactful, and that's probably also something that tends to get less discussed, I feel, at times. There you go. Good work by VonAsten. Loading the light machine guns mean the flamethrower object consumed a lot of resources, plus the medic bunker. On the other hand, he's not quite able to have fast tech for the next tier and some panzers, but even then, he's made a dent there on Caesar, who continues to not use a doctrine, though neither does VonAsten. I mean, obviously, Ostrom in this stage is sort of right out, using only mobile defense or Jaeger infantry, and at this stage, I'd already begin considering Jaeger infantry, to be honest. He's got grenadiers, machine guns that can ambush. Jaeger command squad would be pretty good, artillery support, all that would be pretty solid as well. Max him up there for Caesar. Good hit in the 2-2 by the Sis-3 field gun, though. Good flank here from VonAsten to deal with it. He's going for a sniper of his own, though. Whereas the Russian double snipers is less effective because, you know, you shoot the Soviet sniper, the Soviet sniper shoots you back because the sniper can only kill one guy at a time. So that does leave a bit of weakness there, barring the German versus Soviet sniper games. Bit of luck there, but nothing serious. And there you go, sniper out for VonAsten. Troops in reinforcing. Flavor after they're securing the north, very close to Veteran 2. And not quite there either, not quite there. The mine's going down here by the southern victory point. Maximum contradicting by the southern victory point. A fuel point denying VonAsten access to both of them. Troops repairing, reinforcing, healing, all that going on here. More grenadiers arriving. Sniper team sending out again. Healing reinforcement back here at Caesar's base. Snipers very close to Victory 2 with 15 kills to the name. And heading there for the fuel point. Quick kill there. Gus hit them. The Soviets now, of course, forcing retreat. But he also, as you might notice, retreats instantly because he's not risking it either. Great taking in the Flammpanzerwagen, damaging the engine. I'm sure the crew's quite happy with that, considering they're basically sitting on a large tank of fuel, ready to go off any moment. Like mein Gott, we need pioneers, Jürgen, and fresh underpants. MG4 comes to the cover from up here. I'm not a huge fan of this, but so far it's been working out, so obviously can't say too much against it, but it's definitely not what I'd always recommend. And there we go, with DCs putting it to some abuse there with the Sis-3 hammering high explosive rounds for the side. Closer to getting out there, but he does manage to escape with it. Snipers are landing off more kills. Tech up there for Caesar. Tank command up, though of course at this stage with how things are looking, he might just be thinking he wants to move ahead straight for the mechanized armor company and begin rushing out medium armor, trying to gain back initiative versus VonAsten. Push for something bigger. And in this situation, I don't think that'd be an entirely bad choice. But no, actually, he doesn't. He goes for the H-6M here. Light assault gun can help deal with light vehicles, provide artillery support, and of course, cover him against VonAsten in case VonAsten does pull a hit for medium armor ahead of him as well. There you go. Maximum force starts the Flammpanzerwagen, just fills the entire building with fire. Got the Sis-3 moving in. H-6 halfway down up north, fighting on the fuel pin, continues to aim for true positions. And pushing back with at least one conscript here. Maximum push back with a Flammpanzerwagen. Doing some quite heavy damage there. But not quite able to finish it off. No tech for VonAsten, no doctrine. Continued here. But there you go. H-6M out here for Caesar. Comes they're being bombarded by the 222, MG42 capable of supporting. Hitting the southern fuel point there with some barbed wire coming, but they got the Flammpanzer around there covering up, pretty much projecting a wall of fire, which they not will be walking through anytime soon unless they intend to die horribly. Snubs running about, they should 6 moving in to support somewhere, and looks like in the south. Sniping at the Grenadiers, actually getting a kill there with it. Impressive, since the H-6 is not exactly made for shooting infantry like that. And then go bombardment to flush the Pioneers out of the sandbag position there. Also wrecking the sand, or the barbed wire, but he might also take out the sandbags if he's not careful. Continue firing on the centre, max before the Pioneer engineers to assault the Grenadiers, successfully flush them out. Up north 2-2, they almost start taken out here by the conscripts, not looking good there for VonAsten and his reconnaissance crew. He's also finally began taking out there, very good. Whereas Caesar's some time off from that, obviously thanks to the H-6, and VonAsten's very good control of the fuel points against Caesar. Securing the centre victory point there. Max and field gun snipers moving in, H-6 supporting here as well. Grabbing the point here with mines and grabbing his one. You see now Caesar's really pushing VonAsten back, taking advantage of all the momentum he's gained, going for another Maxim. Caesar there is halfway done with the tech, going for pack 4. You obviously want to deal with H-6 and any future armour Caesar might be lobbing at him. "23 kills on the sniper team. Germans opening up, getting another kill there. Tries to find the sniper and then ends up retreating. Gets away though. Was a bit close there though for Caesar. Was a bit close. Mine goes off. Doesn't do too much. Flampanzer back and hanging back in reserve. There we go, grabbing points. And we got the pack 40 there, final round for VonAsten. The punts up by Kanone 40. Going there for the fuel point. Troops being suppressed, shot at, and whatnot. Back here, troops hitting, reinforcing. With a bit of shooting, and there goes the Armour Corps going up there for VonAsten. Not too far from being able to go for a pencil, then a push aggressively against Caesar, who has, well, not got anything there. Noting though that both players here at the 15-16 minute mark have yet to go for Doctrine. There have yet to be any decision made in that direction, unfortunately, for the player. Which is a bit unfortunate. Troops heading out there, back here healing reinforcement. Quick barrage here. Wrecks the truck, but not the Germans. Do not worry, Dimitri, that truck was a symbol of capitalism. It was good you destroyed it, but it would have been better if you destroyed the fascists too. It would have been better. Nice attempt to thank you, but in this case the VonAsten saw through him. Like a very, very thin sheet of paper covered in grease. Flampanzer moving back there, very, very close to actually free. Caesar maintains a strong position in terms of map control versus VonAsten, but VonAsten is definitely looking to turn that around, aggressively so. He does not wish to leave sacred German soil in the hands of the Russians for long. But we're in Eastern Europe. It's all sacred German soil, at least it will be. So shut up, Ludwig. Troops are moving about. Grenadiers holding up the defense of the northern point. Still no Doctrine. I really think at this stage you're going to be good again. Ambush troops, ambush machine guns. Will negate some of the efficiency of the sniper. Plus, of course, getting some extra damage bonuses here and there. Versus Caesar. Plus, the air command squad is sort of a nice addition. Apart from that, we got Flampan going to hit by an anti-tank. Burning away here for the machine gun. Oh, that's going to be a wipe. That's going to be a wipe, I think. No, gets a wipe. Gets a wipe. Oh, does it? Oh. Yeah, it does. Hitting the southern field point here. Back here, healing enforcement for Caesar. Nothing further going on. He can soon begin taking up. Another player goes for Doctrine still. And there you go, VonAsten in here for the Stu 3G. Then these MG42 as the engineers, Flampanzer wangling about there. Back here, healing reinforcement for Caesar as he considers his next move. Then he's moving in there. Ooh, almost caught the snipers.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Veteran 30 kills there. That's definitely quite an impact there for Caesar's sniper team. Quite an impact. Mine hit off there. Good mining spot there for Caesar. Stug almost done. VonAsten going for a mortar, bit of light artillery. That's, I think, a good choice. Could be used for smoke screens, coming against a sniper or anything else. Leading some impetus there to his assaults. Ooh, pack 40 spot here with the counter gun is moving to intercede and stop it, but the pack does get wiped. The gun is almost get wiped out. And he does get a wipe there. That's going to hurt VonAsten there. It's going to hurt him. It's not going to be easily replaced by the losing. I think that was actually eventually 3 Grenadier squad with the light machine, and that is quite costly there for VonAsten. Sniper kill there on the MG42. Flampanzer on the about. Stu coming back. Pinned up machine on the way, so good. And that's good there. He rushes in the Stug there unsupervised, unscreened. He does get the H-6 though. That was apparently Caesar not anticipating the pack 40 being when it's been all the time, or just forgot about it. Although he gets the H-6, that's definitely good. And then for VonAsten helps pay off a bit for the loss of the Grenadiers, being that still going to be felt for some time. and does leave Caesar then with a direct infantry advantage numerically. Though VonAsten is definitely enjoying a armoured vehicular advantage over Caesar. Close to the 20-minute mark, and there is still yet to be any sign of a doctrine. Do describe that as a bit worrisome there. Would indicate certainly that both players are perhaps a bit unsure what they want to do. Caesar there with the Mechanized Armour Company. You go for Guard Motor, you go for Armoured Assault either way, unlocking access to the T-3045, at which point you could put some pressure there on VonAsten with that one. But VonAsten certainly more on the defence now. Victory points wise is also really falling behind Caesar. And there you go. First doctrine chosen roughly around the 20-minute mark. Armoured Assault Tactics. Well, it's not the doctrine sort of has a lot of benefits early on. Obviously, it's much more of a late game doctrine, so I can understand this one. But you know, there's a part of me that still thinks it's at least fought soon, so at least you have sort of more clear idea. But then again, maybe he did all along. Though there's also the option of radiators that could have helped him out a bit. But that is that. Compared to the VonAsten's doctrines, don't really lend themselves to that excuse. They're sort of reasonably spread out. They across the game in terms of what they do, when they do it. Grenadiers on the way there for VonAsten. Hardened German infantry of the Grossdeutschland. In the south, first Guards Mechanized Corps pushing against it. Grenadiers doing what they can. Flankpanzer burning away there. Like a self-propelled inferno, striking at units left and right. Thinking VonAsten might be aiming for a Panther 4 now. He could also be aiming for a second Stug. Caesar they can soon go for the T-35. He's got the fuel, he just needs the manpower. And obviously his men being constantly lit on fire does not help towards that goal. And sadly there's not many decrees can sort of, you know, extol about, you know, not catching on fire to help deal with that one. He's very, very close there. Snipers going to have an impact there. We got 37 kills there, and we got 22 kills for VonAsten. Flankpanzer continues its hunt. There you go, conscripts caught and burned. Yeah, extra crispy. My God, Jurgens, that's so tasteless. So tasteless. I'm reporting you to the Oberfeldwebel for that one. There we go. Caesar going here for the T-35. And VonAsten finally goes for Jaeger Infantry. Again, I would say could have benefited from that one a lot sooner. Again, a bit of ambush camouflage here. Yeah, command squads. T-33s. Maybe somewhere. Or could help with it again. Light machine guns should not be taken lightly either, obviously. But the Jaeger command squad, the ambush camouflage there. I think are two sort of really strong parts of Jaeger Infantry, and definitely could have benefited from that a bit sooner. Rifle grenade here, almost gets the Maxim, almost! Launching all sorts of fire, the Maxim gets out the back door. Run, Petrov, run! Push that little thing as fast as you can! 38 kills on the search sniper team. MB-42 being pursued by angry Russians. Still hanging back there. VonAsten is more or less soon able to go for the Panther 4. Got the T-35 mobilized. Moves in and blasts poor Bernhardt to bits with the 85mm gun. In the south now, the front breaks up. Here's the Grenadiers punishment for the southern field. We've got a Maxim there blocking the way. You could actually consider popping sustained fire. Just increase the overall damage and the DPS, since then it doesn't reload for some time. Up here, troops moving about. Mostly vehicles. Stugs and anti-tank and some infantry to screen the scout. So there's a Panther almost down there for VonAsten as well. Caesar can actually soon go for another T-35, in which case he definitely sort of possesses more of an arm advantage over. Oh. Snipers exposed here, but VonAsten's not aware. Just hiding in a crater there. And trying to set up for the right time. And there you go, gets one of the snipers, and he tries to follow up here with the incendiary explosive rounds. And it does work out this time, gaining veteran feet, wiping Caesar's sniper team. Impressive work there with VonAsten. That was pretty close to they'd gone wrong, but it worked out. Panther 4 they're arriving, and now of course Caesar is short one sniper team against VonAsten, losing a vital pressure tool here against the Germans. Though he does have access to shielding attacks and can soon call in the second T-35. Caesar might be able to organise something here. But the mortar is not helping things out, and we can see the VonAsten launches an aggressive assault through the centre. In the south, Panzer IV, they're pushing away the Maxim from the southern fuel point. And there you go, support called in. Sturmovix launched, Maxim recruit. And there you go, autocannons just tearing into the German cannons, more specifically just into the retreating Germans, getting several kills here. Almost wiping their Grenadier squad. They're down to just poor Fritz. Poor Fritz. Mortar they're hounding away, close to X 1. Caesar's assault carries him far, but will it carry him far enough to victory? To Berlin. Got the Panzer IV, they're covering up. Air support in this case does not cover. It is locked down the centre of the map, but the problem is VonAsten is nowhere near it now, so it's not doing him too much good. T-5 launching an assault here at the machine gun in the north. Caesar in theory could be setting up for the IS-2 now. He's not too far from it fuel-wise, manpower-wise he's neither. A well-handled IS-2 right now could possibly prove to be a bit too much there for VonAsten to deal with only one Stuka in the Pack 40, depending on how VonAsten supports it. Though of course, it does carry the risk of having to put his resource and economy on hold for some time, and obviously the better choice would first be to go for the T-35, then push for the IS-2. But he could go for it. I mean, I'm not saying he should do it, but he can go for it, and it could work out depending on the circumstances. But yeah, there we go. Second T-35 on the way there. I do believe that is the better choice there for Caesar. Gunners was in sniper support moving in for the center. You got the T-35 field gun covering up. But there you go. Nice strike here by VonAsten. Caesar's unable to hold. He actually loses a conscript squad as well, leaving VonAsten now in control of the battlefield once more, along with the rest of the Grossdeutschland in this sector. And there you go, Grenadiers charging forwards. Gott mit uns! Really? Do you really think Gott is mit uns after all of this? Well, I mean, it sounds cool. Yeah, I suppose. There you go, second T-35 out there for Caesar. Need to fix up the other one. Victory point secured. And the South comes advancing here, sneaking in. Got a maximum as well now for VonAsten. Really should add ambush camouflage to the machine guns. I do think that's a bit of an overlooked thing there. It does add a few, shall we say, benefits to the whole proceedings. Going for the victory points, definitely not a bad idea for Caesar. I mean, that's pretty much one of his best leverage points right now for VonAsten. That's the victory points. And then we've got the T-35 rolling in here. Rolling through VonAsten's northern forces here. Panzer IV left to sort of cover up things. Not very spirited, sort of still getting some impacts in there on VonAsten as his northern wing collapses. Quickly fixing up the T-35 that took a hit from the Panzer IV. Flank Panzer and Grenadier support striking in here for the south, keeping Caesar's grubby hands off the southern fuel and victory point. Stuking about. Ground the point, they're digging in. T-35's good to go once more for the motherland. And we got the Panzer IV actually seemingly moving in with no support. That's actually pretty risky knowing there is two T-35s about there. In this case, he actually gets lucky that Caesar pulls them away from something else. Oh! Gets them right from the Stuka and the Pack 40. Oh dear. But he almost gets the Stuka. The Stuka actually goes down since 3 lands are hit there. Taking out VonAsten's Sturmgeschütz in a single volley. A grievous blow there to the German army, leaving him now without any sort of serious counters to the T-35 besides the Pack 40. And on its own, that's going to be pretty dicey there for VonAsten. That's actually a big loss there. That's a good kill there for Caesar. Ralph Grenade mortar there, bombarding the Maxim, almost getting it. But Pushkin pushes the Maxim to safety. VonAsten now replacing the Stuka. And he's now got a Katyusha on the way here. Caesar, rocket artillery to try that way, leverage some kind of advantage back against VonAsten, bombarding his stuff, plunging the enemy infantry into hell. Ooh. Whereas they didn't anticipate moving to the T-35, which just unleashes hell there. Gunneers continue forward, so into the second T-35's line of fire. Heavy losses there to the machine gun and the grenadiers. Get pushed back, the engineers repairing the tanks, but close to losing everything there. The T-35s are pretty solid medium tanks, should not be taken lightly. "37 kills, not bad. Comes from north of the grenadiers. And there you go, another Sturmgeschütz for VonAsten for the Grossdeutschland. In the centre there, easily repulsed. T-35s are going to repairs, and there you go, got the Katyusha rocket launch out. Note there are several versions of the Katyusha rocket truck, if you will. There's one that's actually based on the American Studebaker truck, which fired, I think, sort of roughly around 30 to 32 centimeter rockets. That is much bigger rockets than the sort of much smaller ones, I think, which are roughly 16 centimeters? 13 centimeters or so. It's a little fun fact there. And they also mounted them on a lot of things, including ones based on, I think, the T-60 light tank. They just fire only like 4 rockets or something like that, though. But a little fun fact there about Katyushas. Placing the rockets here. Forces away the centre defence. He doesn't get any sort of serious kills, but even then, forcing retreat. Oh, he's going for the flamethrower check. T-35 should be able to take it out. And no, the flamethrower check gets away. Really close there for VonAsten. He was able to salvage it, but the entire south has been broken open. Its defences were weak, thin, and Caesar possibly senses just striking them down, leaving the entire south open. And now it's continuing on through the Studebaker whispering out maneuver. This T-35 are moving in. Nope. Falls back, does not commit further here. I, of course, realise that putting 2 fine enemy lines without any support could be critical. Grenadiers obviously popped out here, but the sealed gun firing at point blank range. Good lord. T-35 taking heavy damage. Grabbing the southern points so rapidly. Can't quite grab the centre victory point due to all the German attention focused on it. MB4 to the veteran free, still no ambush camouflage. Now the question is, what does Caesar aim for next? Will it be a IS-2 this time around? Will it be more T-34 85s or even a 76? Will there be something else planned here by Caesar and the 1st Guards Mechanized Corps? Pans 4 straight to the IS-3, penetrating hit there through the 18mm of armour. Second hit takes it down to half health, maximum wiped. Push the machine gun to snipers. Pretty risky in some ways there for VonAsten, to be honest. One mistake, they could result in a wipe. And there you go, caught with this T-35. Oh! Could have been a misclick there, could have been a misclick. Either way, VonAsten sniper just got wiped out. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but it did not work out. That is big. That is big. And definitely a victory there for Caesar. Katyusha fire here, trying to soften up the German defence again around the centre. Getting a few kills there, but again, nothing critical. Nothing critical, no wipes in the south. T-35 breaks through there, routing the infantry. The T-35, of course, is, in terms of, again, quite an effective shock tank. Quite accurate, quite lethal, can quickly get infantry kills and sort of really push back an opponent. There's it taking damage. Stug almost done there, or on the way there for VonAsten up to deal with all the armour. Caesar here could soon go for the second third T-35. Of course, there's the possibility of the IS-2. Certainly getting both viewpoints. There we go. Vetty to the T-35, increasing its rate of fire. Point there secured. Sturmgeschütz halfway down there for VonAsten. Grossdeutschland is there a bit more on the ropes once more. And there you go, S-mines down, blowing up. Well, mostly Petrov. Don't worry, Petrov. The sign just means spooky stuff. Yes, just go ahead. Stug there riding for VonAsten. Troops there being bombarded out in the open. This is actually a bit of a dangerous configuration. The Katyusha rated 5 could actually get a lot of stuff blown to bits. Then they're going to still end up suffering the effects of the T-35s. 19 kills already than one of them. And there you go, Stug rolling ahead for the fatherland. step on it, Fritz. I want to hear the crunching of Russian bones beneath our treads. We're not a panzer, you know that. I don't care. I'm German. Takes up the Stug there. And we got the Tifa rolling in. They're sweeping through Flampanzerwagen on the same course. And that's going to be a deadly clash. Shoots, misses spectacularly. But there you go. Drives straight out of it. Thinking he can't miss at that range. Doesn't, but takes it in from the Panther 4. Tifa down to less than half health. CoH2 should be good to go to fire. Unleash hell once more against VonAsten. And there you go. Firing at the machine gun here. This time taking out half the machine gun crew. Almost wiping it. Oh, there we go. Obliterates the machine gun alongside the remaining man manning it. Tifa further being fixed on. But yeah, at this point, Caesar's aiming for the IS-2. And again, with 2 medium tanks out in the field, that's a safe decision to do again, particularly with 2 T-55. They are very excellent medium tanks. Again, deal a lot of damage, put pressure on infantry and all that. You just need to sort of effectively use them sort of against his opponent as well, which he's sort of doing. Though VonAsten's doing a good job sort of keeping it in check. He's also got here, let's do a close air support lined up. Sadly, his doctoral usage feels a bit weak otherwise. Like, there's no ambush machine guns. I'm a bit sad about that one. Ooh, almost got a wipe there with assist 3. Heading the southern victory point there. Oh, Telemine. Very good spot there for VonAsten. Missed that one. Caesar's tank did not. But a good spot there, in part because the shadow of the house could actually risk slightly obscuring the man even to get spotted by minesweepers. Unless he leaves the unit hang about, there's a small chance he actually overlooks it. So, clever stuff there, clever stuff there. Of course, the question is if it was intentional or not. But, I mean, it's also just a good mine spot, but even then, there's just like using the terrain to slightly obscure your mines further is not a bad trick. Which should be good to fire again. You should probably try and aim for the machine gun there. There's a lot of stuff nearby it, but he's about to. Oh, there you go, fires. And there you go. Oh! Almost gets a wipe there. Tifa from north taking engine damage. Panther fast, it's holded by the Panther 4. In the south, we got a Stug moving in with Flampanzerwagen, which also suffered engine damage as well. And we see the other T-55 being sent into the south with limited support. Up north, tank also being sent in with limited support. Not good there for Caesar. Tanks do need infantry support. Nothing further there for VonAsten. You could go for more Stugs. You could try and, in theory, take out, though wouldn't gain much from that at the moment. He'd just been off going for more Panther 4s or Stugs, to be honest. But Caesar there is moments away from the IS-2, the Josef Stalin 2 tank.
The enemy has 100 points remaining.
T-55 moving in, halfway to vexing feed. Good hit from a Pack 40 there. Nice positioned up. Chips off several chunks of its health there. So good.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Stug moving about. Bit of quiet here. VonAsten's creeping ahead, taking advantage of much of the downtime here from Caesar's obviously setting up for the IS-2. And then probably going to try and make a push using the IS-2 supported by the tanks, the CoH2 and everything else. I mean, well executed, this could have quite an impact, could force VonAsten off, that can cause some heavy damage. Meanwhile though, VonAsten is anticipating some kind of push, is beginning to lay down mines here to sort of catch up the armour as he's identifying the tanks as his biggest threat. Very good assessment, I believe. And there you go, IS-2 arriving for Caesar, the 1st Guards Mechanized Corps. Lots of telemarks again. He's really setting up for the attack there. He's anticipating something big hitting him. Again, very good assessment. Now, of course, again, he's only seen T-35s and air supports. I mean, he pretty much knows what doctrine Caesar's going for, by the way, so... I mean, again, that combined with a lot of downtime, not a lot more additional armour, he is probably predicting the IS-2, and if he can get that to the Telemine, that's going to do a lot of big things there for VonAsten in terms of just buying time. Panzer off. Very good. That's good for Caesar. Over there, one part of his armored force, 1/3. It's been an engine. There you go. Damaging the eyes too as well. Telemines are already paying off wonderfully there for VonAsten. Mines win wars, as they say. And over here, they just basically ruined 2/3 now. Well, 1/3 there. Of the armored assault of the Panzer force. Take care of the rest. But there you go. Rushing against Stu. And perhaps too far. The damage engine run from the veteran 2 T-55. Taking heavy damage to the T-55. Actually, a good chance here due to its reasonable rate of fire here. And there goes Stu down. Almost gets the main gun out. T-55 number 2 also running into it. Almost got the Stu as well. Quite nasty engagement there. In a matter of moments, most of Caesar's armor has been more or less rendered not very combat effective. But there you go. Panzer IV rolling in, flanking behind through Caesar's lines, taking out the Katyusha. And he continues onwards. VonAsten's tasted blood in the air. Maybe that's the Palpatine affecting his mind. All the way falling back here, though, deciding he doesn't want to continue on his bloodlust. No, he goes in anyways. He's got another Panzer IV with the Stuk moving in there. No infantry support, no Flampanzerwagen. There's close to be able to call in air support. He's going for it. Straight into the T-55. Shot bounces. Taking off hits in the IS-2. Shot bounce. T-55 moving in there. Almost good to go. IS-2 down to slip of health. Shot bounce off the T-55. Panzer IV moving in, trying to get pint. Oh dear, Panzer IV's going to go down. Not well executed assault there. Not well executed. Panzer IV down. Panzer IV down. Going for the Stuk. Very good. Leaving only the Panzer IV to deal with 3 Russian tanks. Air support though called in here by VonAsten, attempt to turn the tide. T-55 goes down here to the Panzer IV. And his tanks can't easily escape. The Panzer IV moves in there. T-55 goes down to the Stuka, leaving only the IS-2 here and the Panzer IV. IS-2 shoots. Penetrates. And there we go. Panzer IV gets it. Stuka's IL-2 support takes out the machine gun. Panzer IV barely operable. But Caesar has been critically wounded here. Taking out his entire armoured force. And pushing him off the rest of the field here as well. While still retaining a Panzer IV, though VonAsten did take some losses. They are nothing compared to the damage inflicted on Caesar here. And an aircraft went down, almost crashing down into the Grenadiers. And almost put the Panzer IV at ace level. Another Panzer IV on the way there for VonAsten. Caesar does not have the resource to immediately pull out another tank into the fray here. He could maybe push out for T-34-76, but versus the potentially ace Panzer IV here, that might not be enough. But there you go. He knows he's only got one option. That's the T-34-76. He's close. He's still got his opponent low on victory points, but his forces got mauled. Almost took out the machine gun there. Pack 40 recruit. Throwing down sandbags. Trying to go for the Flampanzerwagen. He should be able to get it though. Does he finally get it though, actually? He does, he does. It goes down in the blaze of glory. Looking pretty rough here though, 4. Caesar got the T-34-76 setting out. Panzer IV strikes. Constant push back by the Grenadiers. Attacks into the centre. There's 3 on the way. T-34 winking the Grenadiers. $140 versus 98. Panzer IV's almost good to go there for VonAsten. Very close, they're very close. Maxim getting mortared. Veteran there, by the way. Very good work, very good work. And there you go, we got VonAsten's pilfered to 3 body. Caesar's back. Continuing about, conditioning about as well. Panzer IV's T-34-76, Panzer IV lands the first hit, but there you go, Pack 40 not penetrating the Panzer IV's armour. But he should be able to clear that. There you go, machine gunning the crew to death. T-34 flanking in and gets a pension hit, but takes a return hit from his 3 Panther 4 there, close to ace level moving in. And there you go, he blitzes. He blitzes for the fatherland. Shoots and misses while blitzing. Pensioning hit, shot bounces off the T-34's armor. VonAsten continues the blitz. He's almost got it. There you go, ace level gained, but down to half health. Damaged engine, 26 kills for Germany. Pack 4 recruit, but getting wiped in a matter of moments. Conscripts, they're about to get a wipe. That's going to be a wipe he easily cannot afford to replace at this stage of the fight. And there you go, GG, game over. Loss for Caesar, victory for VonAsten. A brutal fight here with a lot of damage and one hell of a tank engagement in the south. Some nasty fighting back and forth in the end. I think Caesar made some slight mistakes with tanks, kept splitting up too early. Should have probably used them a bit more aggressively at times, trying to flank VonAsten more. VonAsten, I think, overall maintained good posture. In particular, the early flamethrower after there was, I think, a quite good move and caught Caesar completely off guard, forcing complete response there to it. And yes, I also think Caesar would benefit from pursuing a doctrine, to be honest, at least so you know, clearer strategy. Similarly, VonAsten could also benefit from that. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, watch, subscribe to your friends, share it with everyone. If not, send a replay and some feedback in the comment section. This is Imperial Dancing. Cheers, thank you for watching. Hope to see you tomorrow for a nice ending episode.